Well, this is news that I wasn't expecting this year. That Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson, who's been the producers of the James Bond franchise, I think for them ever since GoldenEye, I believe, um, are stepping down as full creative control on the franchise. And now Amazon just has full creative control. And it came out like I think last month or last, not maybe last month, but like in December there was a little bit of disagreements, disagreements on how the franchise should go, and to the point there was words that Bob Buckley called Amazon a bunch of fucking idiots. Like it was that level of personality differences, right, on what they should do with the franchise. Clearly, they thought, okay, maybe best is to us to step away. Maybe it's for us as they realized maybe it's best to step away and just have co-ownership, but they have creative control of what happens with the franchise. Now, a lot of people naturally are going to say the sky is falling, the franchise is done. Bond 26, maybe even Bond 27 is going to be the end of the franchise as we know it, and that's it. This is what I will say this here, is Amazon creates pretty good stuff. TV shows like The Boys and Gen V, Invincible. Guess what? I've been hearing that Wings of Power Season 2 is a hell of a lot better than Wings of Power Season 1. So, they're realizing if something doesn't work, you try to make it better and rewire and replan what didn't work. Movies like The Idea of You. They're picking good directors for a great cast for the He-Man movie. They're picking really solid directors and really solid people working on these franchise and working on this IP. They make good stuff. Fallout, they make good stuff, right? So the idea of the sky is falling is a little bit immature because we don't know what the plans are. All we know is that Wilson and Buckley disapprove with it. But no, it could be good plans. Maybe the plans were to, I would say, MCU it. Personally, I think if you're going to do the whole MCU with Bond, I think what you should do is just do a movie and a TV, kind of like the Batman. You have the Batman, and then you have the Penguin, right? And then we get into Batman 2. That's what I think should happen. That we have the Batman, that will have Bond 26, and maybe there'll be a Spectre TV show. Or here's Bond 27. And then here's a spin-off on one of the Bond girls that got introduced in one in Bond 26 with Bond 27. That kind of thing. Or that's what I think that should happen. Now, the hints of fun Bond is more a hint of my happiness and more a sense of, yay, we're going on this trajectory that I'm itching for the franchise to go on. Or at least what I want the spy genre to be. I want Bond to be fun again. I want the fun back in Bond. So having Amazon, there's a more chance of it. But here's the thing. They are going to fast track Bond 26. They're going to fast track it. Now, fast track means, oh dear, we'll hear a release date by tomorrow, right? No. What I mean from that's going to be their number one priority. Yes, they're doing Voltron. Yes, they're doing Masters of the Universe, but also they'll fast track Bond 26, as in get a writer, get a solid writer with decent credits, get a director who is solid. Because there's a lot of people who would love to make a Bond movie, but maybe wouldn't work well or gel well with Wilson and Buckley. Now there's a possibility you can. Like, everyone wants to see Christopher Nolan. A good chunk of people wants to see Christopher Nolan do a Bond movie, right? He can. Now, that's a possibility because, and also, outside of those two people, everybody it is for me. It's like whatever you do, Nolan, whatever you do. It just, that can possibility. Get, Damian New, whoever would love to make a Bond movie, could do well. Whoever wants to make a Bond movie, if you want to go back to the 50s, you can. Like, all the stories of these high-level directors want to make a Bond movie, but couldn't. Like, Tarantino wanted to do Casino Royale with Pierce Brosnan. Like, that whole thing, it was known that actually exists. So, that could be a possibility. But, hopefully, for the love of God, they get great writers and great directors or solid directors. Like, even someone like a Matthew Vaughn, who, yes, Kingsman and outside the first Kingsman, weren't so great. But I feel like if he got Bond, he would pull back. And then 100% Henry Cavill would be Bond. But, because he mentioned it. But it just, I'm not at the point of saying the style is falling, but hopefully we see the plans. Hopefully they're like, I get the concept in Amazon, which is, this is one of the greatest franchises in cinematic history, and we only get a movie every 3 to 5 years. Why? So, I get you. There's a sense of voyeurism, but it's unknown, and it's the fear of the unknown, and having, Corcoran, maybe they'll have like a Kevin Feige Bond, like a new Kevin Feige Bond, and you pick the person, you go, you know what, that's a good track record. And we trust them, and say, hey, this is gonna be a good pick. Maybe they'll do that. Alex Kurtzman. I just want to say that name because I know some Star Trek. If anyone's a Star Trek fan, which I am not, but I'm aware a lot of people don't like his take on the Star Trek franchise. But anyway, but yeah, I'm not at the point of like the stars falling. But it's all about. I see the possibilities now. Yes, it could go south, but at the end of the day, like, if the moves are good, if the moves are great, who cares how it happened? I think what it is, a lot of us, the average Joe, worry about things, and but at the point, it comes across as, look, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as long as the movies are great. If the movies are good and great, we don't care. So, comment below, let me know your thoughts on